Hey guys, Coach Brandon Krause here. I got a cool one for you today. I'm going to work a little bit of training techniques called PlyoMetrics, right? And PlyoMetrics is a great way to improve your force production and your explosiveness, so stay tuned. All right, so before we begin, I want to do a little physiology lesson for you guys today. Let's take my bicep muscle. Now, it's not one thing, right? What a muscle is it's thousands, tens of thousands of individual filaments, individual fibers that all contract, that all shorten. And depending on the weight load of what you're trying to manipulate, your body will select the proper amount of fibers to incorporate to move that weight load, right? So let's take this example. Let's say I wanted to pick this water bottle up, right? And I have experience picking up a water bottle from my past, right? So my body knows what to expect. And knowing that, my body will select, let's just for the sake of argument say, of the 10,000 fibers it could select, it's gonna select 1,000 to pick this water bottle up, right? Now, let's say I was gonna pick up this kettlebell that's significantly heavier. Well, my body's gonna select a lot more muscle fibers to pick up that heavier load to match its increased weight. Has anybody ever done this? Have you ever gone to pick up your water bottle thinking it's full and it's not, and you pick it up too fast? Well, that's you selecting more muscle fibers than needed. That's you increasing your force production. And plyometrics is a way to get you to increase the force production in a way that you want, in a way that you can anticipate and expect. So the textbook would tell you that plyometrics is you linking together your concentric and eccentric motions as fast as possible. And that is absolutely true, right? There's a number of ways to go about it, but typically they usually revolve around a release from the ground. So I'll demonstrate a plyometric push-up. So if this is a standard push-up where I'm just coming down and back up, a plyo push-up would have a release from the ground, right? Maybe a clap. Something to that effect. You want to try to explode as much as humanly possible in that given rep. You want to give it all. You're training your explosiveness, so don't be slow and calculated. Be fast. Be almost violent with it, of course, in a safe way, all right? So there's those plyometric push-ups, right? There's certainly plyometric jumps where I'm acting like a big spring, bouncing up and down, right? Maybe I want to scissor my legs, coming up, performing a similar type of technique. And because these are so explosive in nature and require so much energy, you're not going to be hammering out 20 reps of this stuff, 25 reps. You're going to keep the reps low. Why? So you can maintain the intensity, because it's all intensity dependent. And you want to have as high of intensity on these different exercises, on these repetitions as possible. Another cool example is utilizing a medicine ball, where I can start on it and spring on and off. Try to spend as little time on the ground as possible. You can keep this same medicine ball. Side to side is a good way to do it, right? And if you're finding yourself being able to pump out 20 or so reps of this, you're not exploding enough. Add more of a release to the ground. Get higher up. Spend more time airborne to increase that intensity, to increase that force production. So plyometrics is a bit of an advanced way of training, at least when it comes to strength and conditioning. So if you don't really have much of a wherewithal for the gym, build your base first, right? But let's say you are experienced with the different kinds of resistance training. Plyometrics is a great addition to make things, like we've been talking about, more explosive, happening faster, right? And to stress your body in a way that maybe the traditional resistance training isn't. It is hard on your body. It does require a ton of energy. So y'all wouldn't be doing this every single day. Maybe you want plyo sessions 2-3 times a week with plenty of time in between to rest and recover. And that being said, even in the given workout, let's say I just hammered out 12 reps of that plyometric jumps on the med ball. I'm not going to be back at it in 30 seconds, right? I'm going to let my body completely recuperate and get back almost to its base level before I do it again. Why? Because the whole goal is explosiveness. The whole goal is intensity. This is not an endurance exercise, all right? So research the different kind of exercises online, PlyoMetrics, because we're talking about a big, broad idea of what it is, not the specific exercises per se, but there are tons and tons and tons of them, and they're a lot of fun, and you're going to notice a big performance boost in your boxing, all right? So thanks, and like and subscribe.